watching the latest edition of DBE News. You can catch this bulletin every Friday, either at 12 p.m. on the DBE TV channel 122 if you have an open view decoder, or Bricks TV channel 509 at 4:30 in the afternoon if you are a StarSat subscriber, or watch it on the Department of Basic Education's YouTube channel. Remember to share the link with your friends, family, and everyone in your circles. My name is Tsehohajo Moagi. Here are some of the top stories this week. A 13-episode TV series called Breaking the Silence has been launched. Find out more in this bulletin. The Cuban Deputy Minister for Education was in South Africa and visited some schools which benefited from having Cuban specialists who train teachers in subjects such as maths and science. The much-anticipated learner pregnancy policy will be launched later this month. It will assist learners who have fallen pregnant to return to school sooner. And we end the bulletin on a good note. The Free State Education Department, in partnership with De Beers Group and KST, have launched a 27 million rand school. We get more details about this in the bulletin. We love hearing from you, so get in touch with us by using our social media platforms. On Twitter, at DBE_SA and at DBE TV News. Facebook, DBESA, Instagram, DBESA. You can use the hashtag DBE News. Let's start here. A brand new and highly anticipated television series that is set to tackle a range of social challenges affecting the education of children of school-going age has been launched. The Department of Basic Education, in partnership with UNESCO, Red Pepper Productions, the SABC and MTV Sugar, unveiled the 13-part series titled Breaking the Silence on November 28. Our reporter, Nandika Bierkus, has the full story.
It's time that we give a raw, solid platform to the youth to just literally have a safe space to talk about things as they would, without feeling like they're being spoken at, spoken to, or spoken down on, or, making them feel uncomfortable about the things that they're experiencing and what they want to say and the things that they want to share.
That's the purpose of the Breaking the Silence TV series. This 13-part series has been developed to strengthen the provision of comprehensive sexuality education in life orientation by educators in the schooling system. The series is expected to deal with other issues young people are faced with in a conversational setup.
So we've digitalized the comprehensive sexuality education into a TV series that will continue teaching learners about sexuality, prevention of HIV, STIs, and learner pregnancy.
Deputy Minister Dr. Regina Mhaule has emphasized the main objective of the series, which will start airing in January next year.
The main aim of this series is to influence behavioral changes in young people regarding HIV and AIDS, promote sexual and reproductive health, and promote combination of prevention of HIV, STIs, and teenage pregnancy. Evidently, preaching to young people about the dangers of early sexual debut, unplanned pregnancies, HIV and AIDS, and condom use hasn't yielded the desired results. New research demonstrates that the promotion of abstinence messaging alone has not impacted behavior and reduced the incidences of early and unplanned learner pregnancies and HIV infection among our youth. Thus, the Global Community Network on HIV and AIDS has resolved that a combination prevention strategy is required to turn the situation around.
Organizations such as UNESCO have supported the department in this initiative, stating that these conversations need to be had with all.
Through the Breaking the Silence, we are supporting conversations at community level together with teachers and educators. We want to have the country talking so that all can know that through CSA we are able to prevent HIV infections among our young people.
The launch of the Breaking the Silence series came as the country entered the 16 Days campaign for no violence against women and children. The Deputy Minister used the time to speak about the scourge of gender-based violence.
As a society, to end gender-based violence, we must move away from toxic masculinities towards transformative masculinities. We must reach a point where perpetrators, primarily men, must take responsibility for their actions and stop dehumanizing women and girls. We must do more every day, not just on the commemoration of the 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children. It must be an everyday responsibility for each South African. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 theme is the year of Charlotte Manya Maxeke, 16 days of activism, moving from awareness to accountability. The theme is timely, and it is about time we accelerate the arrest and prosecution of gender-based violence offenders. Ultimately, our job must be to move society towards a gender-just and violence-free society.
15-year-old Arabile Mapidi has welcomed the series, saying it brings him hope that more children his age will speak out about these burning issues. He also thanked the department for the lesson plans for CSE.
The reason it is comprehensive is that it is never ending. And you can never definitely pin it down. I mean, no country has its right. And as South Africa, all we can do is try. But this program, it gives me hope, Austinel. Hope that honest conversations will be had with all learners in Mzansi. There is hope.
The first episode will air on the 3rd of January at 4:30 in the afternoon on SABC1.
I am hopeful of the generation that you are trying to shape out of us. We will be that generation that will see the end of gender-based violence. We will be that generation that will see true transformation in sexuality in schools. We will be that generation that will understand the true essence of comprehensive sexuality education. We will be that generation.
I am Nandika Bukas reporting for DBE TV in Johannesburg.
After the break, we find out more about the Deputy Minister from Education in Cuba's visit to South Africa.
I mean, education is the best thing that you can give to a human being for their mental well-being, for their emotional well-being, for their health, but also for their safety. They're safer here because if they're at home, we are at work, you don't know who will come to your house and do what to your kids. But when they come to school, they're in groups. The first school we went to, it's all systems go. All 100% of the learners, grade 12 learners had gone, 100% has come back. Schools are good for children. They're not only good for them because they have to read and learn, they allow them to really socialize with their peer groups. They give them a program, a structure. They wake up in the morning, wash, go to school, a very structured life, which is how you raise children. You must raise children within a structure. But even securing their future and making sure that your kids can even live beyond you, schools are the best thing to do. So to teachers to say, let's do it. It's such a heartwarming profession because you're dealing with human beings. You're changing people's lives. You can see teachers. I mean, the class we went to, you could see that the teacher was so passionate about their work. And my humble appeal to communities, we rely on them because when we leave this place, these assets remain in their communities.
Mina igama lami nguMonica Mwachi, iposition yami la ngi-intervention specialist, ngisebenza ngokuhlukunyezwa kwabesifazane nabantwana nabafana. Siyazama ukunceda kakhulu ezintweni ezinjengema-gender based violence, ukuhlukunyezwa ne-sexual abuse kakhulu ebantwaneni. Khona manje njengoba kuba ne-COVID-19, kwaphela abantu baphelelwa imisebenzi. Abantu bahlala ekhaya kwaba ne-lockdown e-strict. Bese mhlambe kube nokungazwani kahle endlini. Bese kuchaphazelele ebantwaneni bayibone lento ukuthi yenzakala. Bona bayoyipractice ngaphandle. They are vulnerable. I-vulnerability yabo yiyo le enza ukuthi ekugcineni kube ama-target. I would say it's a good idea for them to go back to school because mabahlele ekhaya they are not monitored. Mabasesikoleni at least bazokwazi ukuthi umntwana uzoba nokuthi uthole i-sanitizer, uthola i-mask, uthola indlela yokuwasha izandla. Masihleli la ekhaya azikho lezo zinto. Siyabaxosha nathi sithi bayasidina, bayodlala ngaphandle, bahlangane nabanye, bahlangane nabantwana abanye badlale nabo kanjalo babe infected ngale COVID-19. So abantwana abancane they are easy ukuthi uba monitor just to guide them to the correct way. So I think ukuthi mababuyela esikoleni they will understand better. Abothisha abantu ababanika indlela yokuthi bafunde ngayo.
Welcome back. The Deputy Minister of Education in Cuba, Cira Alonso, was on a state visit to South Africa as the two countries held a Cuba bilateral seminar on basic education. The relationship between the two countries dates way back when Cuba supported South Africa to receive the freedom that it enjoys today. The two countries concluded an agreement on collaboration on professional services in the field of basic education in November of 2016, which was valid for 5 years from 2017 until 2022. Our reporter Robinson Ngola has filed this report.
Cuban subject specialists have been praised for the work they've done in boosting South Africa's education. 86 Cuban nationals, consisting of 32 at national offices and 54 in the Eastern Cape, Gauteng, Limpopo and the Free State, have been in the country since 2017. They trained teachers in subjects such as mathematics and science.
They have contributed a lot in terms of uplifting the standard of maths and science in the province. As you would understand that we have been given a leeway by the National Development Plan that we must focus more on the maths and science and technology so that we can uplift the noble ideas of the NDP of ensuring that we build the capacity of the state and of the sort of society we are for the 2030 vision. Now we have come to that conclusion of that program now. We are sending them off back to Cuba, and we expect that we will be able to finalize the negotiations that currently are underway between the South African government and as well the Cuban government, so that idea of ensuring that we have a capacity as a country and a province in particular in ensuring that our teachers are well skilled up, our institutions of learning are as well aligned to the noble global ideas of ensuring that we build an economy that is responsive.
The Cuban delegation visited schools in Gauteng and the Eastern Cape, where they thanked specialists for their hard work.
But I want to thank the basic education sector, when it was still education under the previous leadership of the department, for processing the relation between the two departments of education. So Cuba is supporting us on issues of mathematics, science and technology, and they sent their specialists on this category to come and train our teachers on mathematics, science and technology. And we are here. Eastern Cape is one of the provinces that benefited from the group of young educators, specialists who came from Cuba, and they trained the teachers. They were taken to the rural provinces where maths and science is not performing well. But I want to thank the province of the Eastern Cape that their participation, for them allowing the learners to participate in mathematics and science is so amazing. We thank them.
The delegation visited Ulwazi High School in the Eastern Cape, where the MEC says he was surprised and pleased by the quality results they produced. He's added that the province is a beacon of hope for the country.
This is the generation whose future belongs and depends on how we deal with issues. So in the tetukuti xa siphuma apha ezinye zezinto baza kuzifunda apha kuthi kubaluleke ke indlela esenza ngayo izinto kubaluleke kwakhona nendlela abazawufunda ngayo and take the pattern from us. I am therefore thankful, Principal, the SGB, and the entire cohort of teachers of this institution. Yes, indeed, DM, this is one institution that has surprised many in the province. If you look into the trajectory of mathematics and science in the province, this is one institution that has consistently produced results, not just results, but qualitative results. When we argue that we might not be number one, number two, number three, but we are one of those provinces that are a beacon of hope in terms of the human capital development in the country, it's precisely because of the quality of the output that these teachers have been able to secure. We might not have time DM yokubabulela esidlangalaleni kotishala kodwa ndithi mandiyithathe lo opportunity yobabulela kakhulu. I-conditions abaphangela phantsi kwazo azingqinelani nezi results bazikhuphayo. That's why I always argue to say otishala base Eastern Cape, they produce something out of nothing. So we must from time to time appreciate that.
Meanwhile, the Cuban Education Minister, Sira Alonso, says she's pleased that the schools she's visited have done so well in their maths and science results.
Nos sentimos agradecidos que nos hayan invitado a visitar a una escuela que nos dicen que es la mejor escuela del territorio por sus buenos resultados, que dicen que todos aprueban. Nuestra presencia en Sudáfrica es dando respuesta a un acuerdo de colaboración intergubernamental entre Cuba y Sudáfrica. Y precisamente esa es una forma de honrar la amistad imperecedera que existió entre Mandela y Fidel Castro.
Robinson Ngola reporting for DBE TV News.
To other news now. The launch of the learner pregnancy policy will take place from the 9th of December during the ICASA conference. This policy, which was recently approved by Cabinet, will allow learners who fall pregnant during their schooling years to return to school sooner and that they receive educational support during and after their pregnancy. The Basic Education Department is working with a range of other departments to develop an implementation plan which will see the implementation of the policy from January next year. Learners dropping out has remained a concern for the department despite because of COVID-19 pandemic, but also where learner pregnancies are concerned. The department has revealed that 120,000 learners a year fall pregnant and only a third of them actually return to school.
The plans is that we are going to take the policy to the ICASA conference that is happening from the 5th to the 11th of December. One of the sessions on the 9th is to launch the learner pregnancy policy, which will be done by our Deputy Minister Dr. Regina Haule. After the launch, we are also planning to take the policy to provinces and to consult with our stakeholders. So we will be conducting roadshows in all the provinces where we will be presenting and also launching the policy for implementation in the schools. So it is exciting time for the department. It has been a long-awaited policy to address issues of the prevention of learner pregnancy and also assist the sector in terms of managing learner pregnancies if they occur in schools, and also to ensure that the rights of the learners to education are not infringed during pregnancy and during the implementation of this policy.
Another school in the Free State province has been refurbished. Find out more after the break.
All I want is to feel safe, to feel loved, and to be free to show love, like you.
I cry when I'm hurt, because to feel is to be human. I pledge to be more open about my emotions.
Make it part of the new normal for young boys to be nurtured and loved, to freely express themselves and to show love in a safe, inclusive way. We have different gender identities, but first, we are human. If you need assistance to help your child, contact Childline on 08000 55 555. I hate it when someone violates me, like you.
In a violent situation, there is power in walking away. I will not take part in fights at school.
Make it part of the new normal for young boys to be nurtured and loved, to freely express themselves and to show love in a safe, inclusive way. We have different gender identities, but first, we are human. If you need assistance to help your child, contact Childline on 08000 55 555.
Welcome back. The Free State Department of Education, together with the De Beers Group and KST, unveiled a 27 million rand school in Kroonstad. Pulang Primary School was established in 1928 and forms part of the Voorspoed Mine Social and Labour Plan under the Rural Development Programme. Studies into the infrastructure of the school revealed large cracks throughout its structures and foundation walls, including poor water drainage. The newly built school comprises of a Grade R and primary section, a media center, a nutrition center, a covered walkway, and security fencing. The primary section has 20 new classrooms and 17 ablution facilities which cater for learners that are physically challenged. While the Grade R section received 3 new classrooms, a new play area, and ablution facilities. A media center that consists of a library, a computer center, a nutrition center, which has a kitchen and dining area, and a sports field and change rooms. Let's take a look at the handing over of the school.
Kroonstad, Masipala wa Moqhaka. Re tlile sekolong sena sa Pulang. Sekolo sena le more than 94 years old. Re le lefapha la thuto, re sebedisana le De Beers, le KST, banka qeto ya rona we need to revive the school. Ke sekolo se ntshitseng bahale, se ntshitseng leadership ya South Africa, and we thought that it's important that that history must be preserved.
We're extremely proud to be here at Pulang Primary School to officially hand over a much needed partnership that we had with the Department of Education and KST. We're extremely proud about this because as part of our Building Forever strategy, we look at thriving communities and partnering with them to ensure that we have communities that are really focused on issues around education. Education has always been a key focus area for us as a business. So when we partnered with the Department of Education on this project, together with KST as the project managers, we knew that this project was extremely important in our community. We know that this project, one, really focused on ensuring that the livelihoods of our communities through the creation of jobs jobs were created, and we know that it's going to ensure that going forward our children have a very focused and directed education and partnership when it comes to ensuring that they're educated and they can really have a great foundation when it comes to education.
The KST was involved with the implementation of the whole construction project, obviously together with the assistance from the Department of the Free State Education and DBS as our partner. So the project is about obviously building the entire primary school, and it consisted, the entire build consists of 20 classrooms, which are divided with, I think it's, between 5 blocks, 4 of each, and that included new abridging facilities, a new media center with 2 computer labs and a library, and we also had to build a new kitchen facility, including behind me the grade R classrooms with abridging facilities for the juniors.
That's how we end this week's news roundup on Channel 122 on OpenView, on YouTube and on BRICS TV Channel 509 Starset. Until next time, it's goodbye from myself, Tsegoha Jomoagi, and the entire team. Thank you for watching.